All right, class, today we're going to start 5-3, medians and altitudes of triangles. The objectives for this evening are to apply properties of medians of a triangle and apply properties of altitudes of a triangle. Okay, a median of a triangle is a segment whose endpoints are a vertex of the triangle and the midpoint of the opposite side. Okay, so here's an example of median. Endpoints are vertex and midpoint of the opposite side. So we can have a median from point A to the opposite side CB. We can have a median from point B to the opposite side AC also. Every triangle has 3 medians, and the medians are concurrent, which means they all intersect in one point of concurrency. The point of concurrency of the medians of a triangle is called the centroid of the triangle. The centroid is always inside the triangle. The centroid is also called the center of gravity because it is the point where the triangle region will balance. Okay, so we've got our centroid theorem right here. And what this is saying is the centroid of a triangle is located 2/3 of the distance from each vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. Okay, so we have median AY. And what this is saying right here is that A from the vertex to the centroid is 2/3 of this whole segment, the median. Also for this one right here, BZ is the median. Well, BP is 2/3 of that median. And then for our last median, CX, from the vertex to the centroid, this segment here is 2/3 of that whole median. So let's apply this. We've got triangle LMN, and RL is 21. And SQ is 4. Find LS and NQ. So let's look at LS. LS is on the median, LR. LS is from the vertex to the centroid. So LS is 2/3 of that median, LR. Well, LR is the same as RL, so let's substitute in what we know. So then LS is going to be, let's see, cancel that out, get a 7, so what is that, 14? So LS equals 14. And then let's look at NQ. NQ. Well, NQ is the median, okay? Well, it's given us SQ. Well, we know that NS is 2/3 of NQ. So SQ would be 1/3 of NQ. So let me rewrite this. SQ is 1/3 of NQ. Okay? SQ is 1/3 of the median. So let's substitute in what we know. We know that SQ is 4, and we're trying to find NQ. So what you need to do is multiply both sides by 3. 1. Okay, so we get, what is that, 12. NQ equals 12. And let's rewrite that. Now some of y'all might be able to look at this one and say, well, if SQ is a third of that median, then you would just need to triple that 4 and get 12. You don't necessarily have to set it up in the equation form. That's just the way my brain works. Okay, let's see if y'all can do this one on your own. I'm going to be quiet. Okay, let's move on. All right, an altitude of a triangle is a perpendicular segment from a vertex to the line contained in the opposite side. Every triangle has 3 altitudes. An altitude can be inside, outside, or on the triangle. I believe in the past the altitude has been called the height of the triangle for you all, okay? So, we've got altitude right here, perpendicular. We've got an altitude right here, and we've got an altitude right here. Okay, triangle QRS, altitude QY is inside the triangle, but RX and SC are on the outside. That's what I just showed you. Notice that the lines containing the altitudes are concurrent at point P. This point of concurrency is called the orthocenter of the triangle. Orthocenter of the triangle. Find the orthocenter of triangle XYZ with these vertices. Okay, so let's see here. First we need to graph our triangle. Okay, then what we need to do is we need to find each altitude. So let's first find the equation. Find the equation of the line containing the altitude. So let's go from Z, so vertex Z to YX. So altitude Z to YX. Okay, so YX is vertical. Okay, so the altitude needs to be horizontal to this. Horizontal to this because it's vertical. Well, let's see if I can get that spelled right. It must be vertical, and it must pass through point Z, which is 7, 1. Okay, so horizontal line. What type of slope does a horizontal line have? It has a 0 slope, okay? Let's use this point that it has to pass through and use our point slope formula. So y minus 1 equals our slope, x minus 7. Okay, let's clean this up. 0 times x minus 7 is going to give us y minus 1 equals 0, so y equals 1. Okay, so y equals 1, that's going to be right here. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to do this to the other 3 segments, find the other 3 altitudes. But what I'm going to do, class, is I'm going to stop it so I don't run out of time, and we'll finish this on part 2. So see you in just a minute.